Welcome back, everyone. It's Gabby from the Meridian Library. I don't know about you, but I have absolutely loved these past few weeks hearing from Whitney and Maria, two of my friends and coworkers, about what they have been reading. I have increased my to-read list because of their recommendations, but I am thrilled that it is my turn to share with you some more books that I have been reading. And I'm about to do my favorite theme in the world. Friends that know me super well know I am passionate about food. I love cooking it, I love baking it, and yes, I love eating it. So, for this week's book talk, I decided to show you guys some food-themed books. The first one that I found really interesting was called Follow the Recipe, Poems About Imagination, Celebration, and Cake by Marilyn Singer. Now, full disclosure, I hate poetry. But I found this quite engaging. It almost follows as if you are cooking from start to finish, from finding the recipe to gathering the right ingredients to the finished product. There's a poem for everything in this book, including recipe for social studies, recipes for fairy tales, and my particular favorite was called Recipe for Memories. Now, thanks to Penguin Books, I'm going to read you, the publisher of this book, I'm going to read you this poem. Let me find it here real quick. All right, it's called Recipe for Memories. Close your eyes and picture this poem. Sometimes it's just a sharp whiff of mustard and you recall being at the ballpark, the sight of a cone dripping custard, and you're there at the fair after dark. The sound of corn popping, movies with dad, the buzz of the mixer when grandma bakes pies, the soup that mom serves the day you're feeling bad, the birthday surprise of your grandpa's french fries, the too much red pepper that caused you to sneeze, the store that you thought you'd bite into a lime, the slushy you drank till it made your brain freeze, the stories that start, and then there was that time. Today becomes last week, June, July, December. Food has the power to help you remember. Does food help you guys remember? When I read this poem, it made me go back to some of my favorite memories surrounding food. Memories of making cannoli with my Nana, recipes of chicken and noogies, which is a fried chicken and cream of mushroom soup gravy that my dad used to make for me on my birthday. It takes me back to the smell of barbecue that my husband cooks on the smoker. Food is truly amazing, and I think you will enjoy this poetry book and help you remember food as well. Then, the next book I want to share with you is a nonfiction one, and it's a cookbook. Did you know that there are excellent cookbooks geared for kids your age? I have to admit, I love them myself. And this one is from America's Test Kitchen. Ask your mom and dad, they probably have heard of America's Test Kitchen. Well, I love that just as they've done cookbooks for adults, they now are doing cookbooks for you guys. This one is called The Complete Baking Book for Young Chefs. Now, things I love about it, at the beginning, it teaches you all about techniques, safety, and some important words that you need to know when you're starting to cook. It's a really good introduction. But don't think that this is a cookbook with PB&J. I promise you, it's not. There are recipes like corn, tomato, and bacon galette. What's even a galette? Do you guys know? There's a recipe for focaccia bread. There is a recipe for glazed sugar cookies, and it teaches you how to make royal icing. Like I said, this is not a cookbook for little kids. And there is also, America's Test Kitchen has written one called The Complete Cookbook for Young Chefs. So think savory this time. Think things like chicken and beef and seafood. I think you're gonna really, really like this one. And let me show you. There's really great pictures, a lot of stuff about it, tips and tricks. And just like America's Test Kitchen kind of helps you know what to do, this does too. It tells you why we let bread rise in a pan. Why do we use baking soda instead of baking powder? I cannot wait for you guys to find this cookbook and others. When you go to your local library, they are in the Dewey Decimal System. under the call number, which is all those numbers here on the spine of the book, you can find it under 641.5. It's my favorite section to go to in the library, both in the adult section and now in the kids section. So I really hope you guys can find this one. I'm going to highlight another one in a few days because there's just so many I couldn't stop. My last book that I want to share with you is a fiction book. So it is a story, but it was a story that I absolutely fell in love with. It's called Midsummer's Mayhem by Rajani LaRocca, and it's the story of Mimi. Now, Mimi is the youngest of 4 siblings, and all of her siblings are very gifted. One is a soccer star, one loves ballet, and the other is obsessed with theater. Well, for Mimi, she loves baking. She has her favorite celebrity chef named Puffy Faye, who, when I pictured Puffy Faye, I pictured someone that looks like Gordon Ramsay and Guy Fieri. Do you guys know who they are? Yeah, think white hair, kind of spiky, attitude. With the name Puffy Faye, how could you go wrong? Well, with Mimi's love of baking, she shares that with her dad. Her dad is a food critic. He goes and reviews restaurants, and he has quite an incredible palate. Do you know what a palate is? It means your taste. He can determine all sorts of ingredients that can be found in a recipe. And as a result, he and Mimi love to experiment with recipes. They like to shake it up, add in a mystery ingredient. What could it do to enhance a recipe? Well, Mimi lives in a small town and has discovered the While Away Cafe. It's a mysterious place that she can't quite put her finger on about it. The owner is named Mrs. T, and she seems really weird. There's a girl who works there named Peasbottom, who also seems mysterious. It's just a mysterious place, but Mimi is drawn to it because they are holding a cooking competition. That's right. Think MasterChef Junior or the Great British Baking Show. Well, it's geared for kids Mimi's age, 8 to 13. Mimi's inspired. She wants to win this contest because she could meet Puffy Faye. However, almost as soon as she encounters the Wild Away Cafe, things get weird. Her dad all of a sudden starts eating everything in sight. Like, think 2 pizzas, whole pizzas in a sitting. Eating 2 dozen cookies in a sitting. He just won't stop. Well, then her siblings start falling in love with people. Like, really in love with people. She also meets this mysterious boy, Vic, in the woods. Now, Mimi's normally familiar with the woods around her house, but here there's banyan trees and mysterious plants and herbs that she's never known. It's like she has stepped in to a whole different world. What could be behind all of this? That is the main plot of Midsummer's Mayhem. Well, I'm going to tell you something that might help you. Midsummer's Mayhem is a take on William Shakespeare's play, A Midsummer Night's Dream. I have to admit, full disclosure, I am not a Shakespeare fan. So I was a little stumped on what was going on. But I promise you don't need a background with Shakespeare in order to appreciate this book. But be transported to a land of fairies and food in this wonderful tale. Trust me, I loved it. I wanted to taste everything that Mimi was making. In fact, there's also recipes in the back of this book, and I'm going to be highlighting one of them in a Tween Create video here in a few weeks. But what happens? Does Mimi win the contest? Does her dad stop eating everything? What about all this love stuff? What's going to happen? You're going to have to read the book to find out for yourself. So I hope I have whet your appetite for one of these book-loving reads. Truly, they were a joy for me to read right now. You can find all of them by putting them on hold at our library website at www.mld.org. I would love to hear what some of your guys' favorite foods are, or if you have a food-themed book for me. share it in the comments below or tag us at Meridian Library. I hope you guys have a wonderful week, enjoy some fantastic food, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.